Okay, guys, here we go with Pod, P-O-D, Pinnacle Odds Dropper. This is a data-driven tool that I have been using for several weeks now. I've been testing it, making sure that it's dialed in and something that we're going to want to use and I want to promote because I use it myself. And it has been outstanding. So let's just go through a kind of a 30,000 foot view of what this does, why it's exceptional, and why I can highly recommend it to you. Now, at the top here, you see alerts dropping. You can have when these alerts on the odds drop, you can have it set up here. You can also have alerts on the limit changes. When you have limit changes, it's very important information to know. As the limits go up, that means they're getting more and more comfortable with the pricing of the market, and so the more they're going to kind of settle in, and you can kind of use the direction of the limits to the direction of the market to identify the sweet spot of the price. So you can have a bet tracker set up, which I've got one too. I've done some other videos, definitely have shown that. And then the alerts on the opening line. I don't use this one as much. It doesn't really matter to me because I'm not sitting up at late hours of the night studying this, but the ones I'm using predominantly, certainly big time, are the alerts dropping, because here you can see this. In this scenario over here, this is a map of this morning's Hawaii Manhattan college basketball game. And so I picked it up here, minus 13.5. Now, this is what's kind of interesting. Here's what I like. It went from minus 105 to minus 122. That is a really, really big jump, right? That is a, gosh, that's a huge jump. It's roughly 17 cents, which is enormous. Here's about a 14-cent jump. This is about another 17-cent jump here. So, what we're doing now is we're going to go identify no VIG pricing. We're going to go try to find the pricing at minus 111 or better in the market. So I'd have another screen open, typically like Unabated or OddsJam or OddsView, any of the other odds screens, to show me the pricing of all the different sports books. And I might be targeting Bet Rivers, I might be targeting MGM, I might be targeting FanDuel, who knows? But I'm going to go try to find this bet at minus 13.5 at minus 111 or better. If I can find it, even at minus 13, at minus 110, bam, I'll hit that all day long, because this is how you're going to get the edge. This right now is getting about a 6.81% edge. And if you come over here, you can see the charts. This is how I talk about, or what I talk about, the slope, the timing, and everything involved here. It started off when they opened up at minus 109 on this side. It's clear up to minus 130. So that's about a 21-cent move. But what you can also is imperative and really, really critical is they've taken the limits up. So they opened up with $500 limits. They're up to about $2,000 limits. So that's showing that they're really getting closer to happiness with the price. But what I'm seeing here is the stair-step effect of the limits, which is good. And what I'm seeing here is when the market opened up, it's dropped all the way down to this minus 130. So if I can go capture a bet in the price range back over here, this minus 111, which is what it's recommending, this is a positive EV bet. This is a good thing. Now, it's funny because I put this bet in earlier. This bet, after I've recorded a couple hours later, is up to minus 15, minus 16. This thing has moved big time. So not only am I getting minus 13.5 at like minus 110, I'm getting price movement that's gone in the direction that I wanted it to later in the day. And now this bet is far more, this is a perfect example of a positive EV bet, and this tool does it all for you. You can pick and choose through the different bets, and I've got different screens here I'm going to pull up and show you. This is another game. This is the Eastern Michigan Indianapolis game. You can see here the charts started off minus 103 up to minus 123. That dropped like a stone when the market changed. You can see this green line here. That slope is going down very, very quickly. This is a bet we get on right away on this over 187. You can also see the increasing limits. That's a very, very good thing. Just show you another one real quick. Let's move this over. This is that. Right here, we got another one popped up. This is College of Charleston, South Carolina State basketball. This alert popped up 4 minutes ago. Had College Charleston minus 14.5. Pinnacle moved it from their price from minus 110 to minus 130. 20-cent jump. That is outstanding. About a 7.33% drop in the price. So now what we want to do is go identify this bet someplace on the market at minus 117 or better. And if you come over here and you look, we don't have a lot of increase or change in the limits. Probably not a limit issue with College of Charleston and South Carolina State basketball, so that's not a shock to see the limit kind of stay in that area. But what I like here is, you can see this minus 110, and it's dropped all the way down here to this minus 130. So that's a good thing. When you see Pinnacle doing this, and they're getting more and more confidence that the probability of this minus 14.5 is the way they want to be, this is a good thing. So if we can go pick this bet off someplace else at a better price, that's again the name of the game here, using Pinnacle Odds Dropper. Another bet here, we have Abilene Christian and Stephen F. Austin. Got started off minus 104. Now it's up to minus 146. Small limits. That's okay. It's a small market, so not a shocker there. But you can see this. This is where the bet came in from on this under 141. So Pinnacle sitting there at minus 104. They apparently got some very, very sharp action, about 29-cent move here, 10.71% edge and move. That is enormous. That is huge, which this is a great time to point out. Anytime you have Stephen F. Austin and Abilene Christian in college basketball, or you have Delaware and, well, I guess that's Colorado and Providence, but a little bigger programs. But anytime you have Indiana University, Indianapolis, and Eastern Michigan, you're gonna want to see this drop much larger, much bigger. You know, when you have UCLA and Arizona going and you have an 8.1% edge, this is a big deal. So you got to understand the market type. Is it UCLA, Arizona, or is it Eastern Michigan and University of Indianapolis? You know, so keep that in mind. So the higher the number here, the better across the board. But certainly if you're getting into a small market college football, college basketball, you definitely want this number to be a lot bigger. I have my setting set at 5%. You can actually have this set at 2%, 3%, whatever the case, but I got kind of greedy and I used to use a minimum of 5%. So you can see all my values here, all the games coming in. Now I can tell you that the market moves quick. When you get in here and you identify a bet, you need to be sitting here and immediately jump on the pricing and have your odds jam, your odds view, your other screens open, because the Pinnacle Odds Dropper does not supply an odds screen of other sports books. So you have to have your sports book open and literally just hit them, pepper them with these bets as they come in. And this is how you can get 10, 12 bets placed quickly, efficiently, with positive EV, and really start your morning off in a good position. And then later in the day, you can analyze and see how your bets are going in the market.